everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios and Stampin' Up Sunday. And today we're going to make our first fall card of the season. Seems I kind of jumped ahead and have been doing Christmas. So today I want to do a Thanksgiving card. We are using the paper pad from Gilded Autumn, which you'll find on page 45 of your holiday catalog. And if you don't have a catalog or a demonstrator that you work with, I'd be happy to give you a hand. All my information is down in the description box below, and I'd be happy to send you the All Occasions catalog as well as the holiday catalog, no strings attached. Okay, let's get started. So the Gilded Autumn papers coordinate with mint macaron, Cajun craze, crumb cake, early espresso, and very vanilla. Today we're going to be using early espresso, very vanilla, and we're going to bring in, I just had that spool of gold ribbon here 5 minutes ago. There it is. We're going to bring in this shimmer ribbon. I think it's going to add a nice elegant touch to this. So we'll see where we're at. Now I'm kind of doing this on the fly, so bear with me. I'm going to use an early espresso card base, which means this is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm not sure, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet, so bear with me. I think I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to cut a base. I'm going to cut a mat that is 4 inches by 3 inches, and let's see what that looks like. Turn my paper cutter this way. 4 inches. Wow. There we go. 4 inches by 3 inches. That's not right. We need it to be 5 1/4 by, let's do 3 1/2. And we'll save this. We never know when it might come in handy. Okay, so we are here like this. And then I want to come back and I want to use a strip of this. So we're going to cut it. We want to make sure that it is 5 1/4 inches long. And then I'm going to take, and I'm going to use this as a border strip in place of using ribbon. So let's cut this at 1.5 inches. That should give us that. And you'll find all the measurements for everything that I do on my blog. And the link for that is down below. Now, that's going to be really, really simple. Now, the next thing I want to do is, I said, I think I want to use this. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see, what else do I have over here? I do have a shimmery mint macaron. I think this is mint macaron. Doesn't say what color it is. Well, that's no, oh, it's Pool Party. No, we don't want to use Pool Party. Let's use this gold. I think I want to use this gold. So let's go ahead and we're going to trim this short like this. And so that I can attach it underneath here, let's go ahead and glue this in place. Now what I like to do is when I've got that where I want it, I take a little strip of washi tape and do just like that. And it will hold that in place while I flip this over. Oh, that's not really going to work, is it? Because that washi tape isn't going to stick. So I guess we'll just hope for the best here. Get our liquid adhesive. Do I have one open? Probably over at the other table. So let's just go ahead and open a new one. You know, when you're doing junk journals, it's not uncommon to realize that you just can't find a stopping point. So I have been still adding stuff to the baby album. And Friday I'll do a final, I swear, just a fabric flip, just a quick flip through to show you what I have added. I guess I should have done this first. Let's do this first. To show you what I've added. I won't show you the whole album again. I'll just flip through and show you what I've added. As I was putting stuff away, I realized there was fabric that I had intended to use in the album. Then I went to Hobby Lobby last night and found some ribbon, that same style of ribbon but in 2 colors that I couldn't pass up, and a couple of charms to go on, actually 1 charm but for both albums, to go on the, oh, I didn't want to do that yet, did I? I did not want to do that yet. Okay, see how quick this mono is down, and see if we can pull it back up really quick. I was talking. I think I can get this pulled up. If I can at least get the bottom pulled up. Yeah. And then to hold this in place, what I'm going to use is a couple of glue dots. And the glue dots will hold this ribbon in place while I wrap it around. Let's get a little bit in from the end. See, I wasn't paying attention. But I want to make sure that liquid glue tends to show through too much. Now I'm going to flip this over and take my bone folder and just burnish that, and that'll really make those glue dots adhere. Okay. And then we pick the backs off those glue dots. Flip these over, and I'm going to fight with this because I've got a little bit of glue on my fingers. But I want to go right there. And then I can put this under here. And tuck this one under here. I'll better. Sometimes, if you're quick enough, sometimes you can get in there and get that. I need to get this glue off my finger. It's going to drive me crazy. Okay, what I'm using is the Ornate Thanks stamp set, and I have chosen So Grateful. I have stamped it in early espresso on a piece of Very Vanilla, and it is approximately 6.5. That can't be right. Let's do this. It is just over 4.5 by 1/2 inch, and that is so it will fit inside our double tag punch. And I want to, I'm going to turn this upside down, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. If I turn it upside down, then I can do this, and I can make sure that I'm not punching into the words. And we'll dovetail that side, do the same thing, and dovetail that side. Okay? And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to edge this just a little bit with the early espresso so that it will pop from the card. And you know, this is almost coming out to be a 10-minute Tuesday card instead of a Stampin' Up! Sunday card, because it's going to be just as simple. Well, fiddle-dee-dee. Fiddle-dee-dee. I want that to be shorter, so let's clip that off. Clip that off. Still not going to let that gold ribbon show, but we can come up above it. That'll work. That will work. That will work. Let's see if we can get, see, we're going to get into the word, so I want to back it out. Try to be as centered as I can. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this end. And if I'd have thought about this sooner, see, there's that line. Okay. Then we can adhere that right there. And I want to use a couple of, I thought I had some smaller dimensionals here. There they are. Are they? Well, I didn't want to use these big ones. I guess those are the small ones. Never mind. I'll put a couple of dimensionals on here. And the neat thing is these don't have to be absorbent cards to convey a message. Now, if I had the Gilded Autumn stamp set, so that I've got other pumpkin and ones that I could use, I could put something up here, but I don't have one of those current stamp sets. I have other pumpkin sets that I can't get to right now because they're buried over here behind my filming table. Let's press that down. But even that, just as it is that simple. And then on the inside, we want to make sure that our liner matches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a liner for this. And the liner needs to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. What we got there? We have 5 1/4, so let's go 4 inches. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and cut another one. And then I'll already have another mat ready to go when I need it. And because it's easier to do this before you stamp on the end, before you glue the inside, I'm going to take and I'm going to lay this down. And so grateful. For everything. Because I know where this card is going to go. I just have to find For Everything in here. Here it is. And I will put it on a stamp block. I had all kinds of them here earlier. There we go, this will work. And make sure I'm going the right side. And if I lay it down, just as if I was going to put it in the Stamparatus, and then pick it up, I know it's going to be straight on my stamp. And then I'm going to come back in with my early espresso. Now see, I didn't have a long enough block, so I run it cattywampus, but I need to remember when I go to put it down that it needs to be cattywampus. And if you are stamping with the photopolymer, you will get a better impression if you use like a piece of fun foam or a mouse pad underneath. You'll get a better impression. And now that we've got that done, then we can come back, run this. You'd think standing up I'd be paying better attention as to how if I'm in frame or not. Now, here's the tricky part. There's the front of our card. Here's my mat. Here's my inside mat. Let's make sure it's going the right direction. Now, if I had the pumpkin, the Gilded Autumn set, I could also run a design here in the bottom and spruce it up just a little bit. But that is our card for Stampin' Up! Sunday using Ornate Thanks and the Gilded Autumn paper collection and the gold ribbon. I'm sorry, it's getting late. It is Halloween here, and we are moving into tomorrow. And remember, I hope you remembered last night to turn your clocks back. And I will see you tomorrow for Challenge Monday. Tomorrow I will be announcing what the brand new monthly challenge is with Dear Julie Julie on Dear Julie Julie Junk Journal every day. And if you'd like to come in and visit with us, we are on YouTube in a premiere every day at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're in the Midwest, that means we are meeting up at 12:30. East Coast, 1:30, I believe. So I hope you'll come in and join us and see what this fun challenge is going to be. Until then, I hope you will please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Creative blessings.